Planet Earth, home to over 6 billion people. Today, our very existence is threatened by epidemics, climate change, and dwindling resources. But those are the least of our problems. Welcome to Zombieland.
My mother always told me, someday you'll be good at something. I mean, I don't think she could have guessed that something would be zombie killing. What do you think? Zombie kill of the week?
Close, but no cigar. Zombie Kill of the Week went to Miss Cynthia Knickerbocker.
You gotta enjoy the little things. Well, these fellas really let themselves go.
Zombieland.
You guys want some Purell?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, welcome back to Reels, Booze, and Bros. If this is your first time tuning in, I encourage you to subscribe to the show so you can hear all the fun episodes we have created and for future shows coming up. That's right, future shows coming up. And for everyone else, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, rate, and review us on any of your listening platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, etc., whatever you want out there you listen to on podcasts, please rate and review us. Reason why? Helps us know what you like and want so we can bring better content to you. And lastly, check out our brand new website, reelsboozebros.com. Find all our social media there, links, and some more great content that's behind the scenes of the show, of all the podcasts we do. That's what I got for open up the show. Ladies and gentlemen, glad you can join us again. Last episode we did was Any Given Sunday, and today we are bringing you Zombieland. We actually have a treat for you guys. Brian's my co-host here. Nick, unfortunately, cannot make it. He's tied up with other engagements. Nick, we love you, bro. Hope we'll see you on the next podcast. See how it goes.
Bro one.
Bro one, you're missing. We actually have one of our super fans that's here with us. And I have to make a correction because the fact I was wrong on our Patreon. I called him a boozer, but he's actually not a boozer. He's a real bro, tier 3. My apologies. So, Kev, welcome to the show. How are you doing? Introduce yourself. Tell us a little about yourself, Kev.
My name's Kevin. Apology not accepted. And we've known each other for a while. I've been listening to the show. It's I'm Eddie Murphy. I'm very happy to be here.
Nice, very nice.
As you can tell, Kev is one of us. He's been a bro for a long time as well. Worked with us in numerous other places and have many times of drinking going on. So he'll fit right in. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen. Just like adding another bro to the group. All right. So as I said, Zombieland's our next podcast that we're doing for the show today, and let's go with the booze we're drinking. Brian, you brought this beer. Why don't you give a little heads up? I love the can, by the way. Zombie dust, a little zombie going there.
All right. So yeah, this beer is from 3 Floyds. It's called Zombie Dust. It's an undead pale ale. Let's see, what's the percentage on this?
The writing's so small. I need my spectacles to say.
I don't see it. I think it's probably mid-5s. But either way, it's an actually really, really delicious beer. It's not like too hoppy, but it's pretty nice. Like I can't really say much more about it. That I'm probably going to finish this can really quick and start the second one.
Yeah, so the only bad thing about this is the fact it's a 12 ounce. I wish it was like a higher 16 ounce, something like that. Kev, what do you think?
I mean, for an IPA, it tastes pretty light considering most IPAs, so it does go down pretty easy. So, yeah, I like it. It's I was trying to see if there's like a different like type of flavor that might be to it that makes it seem like it goes down easier. But no, it's good. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, this is dangerously going down good. So hopefully you're not slurring over words, man, of the night. So that's what we got for the beer, the booze for this show. Now, on to the real. Do a little background of Zombieland. So I'll start off with some background. So it's a 2009 American post-apocalyptic zombie comedy film directed by Ruben Fleischer, and its theatrical debut written by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. So the film stars Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone, and Abigail Breslin as survivors of a zombie apocalypse. The film shows a geeky college kid making his way through the zombie apocalypse, meeting 3 strangers along the way, and together taking an extended road trip across the southwestern United States in an attempt to find a sanctuary free from zombies. Pretty much sums it up. So the film premiered at the Fantastic Fest on September 25th, 2009. It was theatrically released on October 2nd, 2009 in the U.S. by Columbia Pictures. I don't know why I did that. Zombieland was a critically and commercial success, grossing more than $60.8 million in 17 days and surpassing the 2000 film Dawn of the Dead. I love that film. I'm a sucker for zombies, if you guys didn't know that. Anything zombies, I'm buying it. I'm into it. I'm watching it. I even watched Nazi Zombies. I doubt any of you guys watch this. So anyway, as the top grossing zombie film in the United States until World War Z in 2013, and then a sequel, Zombieland Double Tap, was released on October 18th, 2019. So World War Z was not as good as this one in my opinion.
No, World War Z was stupid, but
yeah. Brad Pitt, we love you, but that's not the movie for you. I actually read the books on the World War Z, way better than actually that movie is supposed to be.
I feel like it led me into like something else. I was like, this is not like really zombies, but
yeah, okay, yeah, all right. Bringing it back to Zombieland. So that's what I got for background. Brian, you got anything else on background you want to add in there?
To add in for background, no.
No, okay. Kev, I know you're new to this. Background, anything you got?
For me, it just came up when you mentioned it before. I actually hate zombie movies. I like horror films, but I've always found zombies to be like dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, my sister made me watch like Night of the Living Dead and Return of the Living Dead, and I was like, but the thing that was interesting, I was actually looking some stuff up into the movie also because I wanted to see when there was a change because it used to be that zombies were like slow.
Yes, that's right.
And I'm just like, all right, well, this is not menacing at all. Like, I don't understand why they just don't just. My sister tells me when I used to watch that movie, like, why don't they just run? I don't get it. But when I was looking it up, I think it was 28 Days Later, which is like the early I don't remember what year, but it's early 2000s.
Yes.
From what I saw, that was like the first movie. Like, hey, what if we have the zombies actually be able to run?
Yes.
And they're like, oh yeah, this will be a lot better
Super
now.
Strength, sort of.
Yeah, that was like the
I Am Legend, the same thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I Am Legend is totally different. I don't know where they got zombies or something else, but this 28 Days Later was with the it wasn't the mad cow disease, which kind of what this one was. That one was the mad.
Oh, they say it.
That was rabies.
Yeah,
that was rabies for. You could see that more as opposed to the mad cow disease. We got that kind of in check. I don't know. We'll say. Okay, so that's what we got for background. Let's go into some thoughts on this movie. Kev, you already started it, so why don't you finish off with your thoughts on it? You said your sister made you watch this. What else you got? Any thoughts on this movie?
For this movie in particular, I actually didn't see this movie for a while when it first came out because the way the ad campaign was set up for it was all like these weird teaser videos, and I didn't even know if it was like a serious movie. Like, I kind of thought it was like a joke, and I'm just like, all right, I don't understand. Like, is this a bit? I don't see what's going on. And then years later, someone was like, no, it was actually a movie, and you should probably see it. And then the same thing's like, well, I don't really like zombie movies, so. But then it's a comedy, so you're watching like, oh, this is actually great. Never mind. So,
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I was even watching it now, having seen it a couple of times. It's like there's still like all these like random lines that are just like these one-liners that are funny throughout. So, it's
oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a movie that when it first came out, I was like, yeah, I don't want to see this. It's dumb. Who cares? And that's one of the things you see is like, oh, this is actually a great movie. So it's good when things sneak up on you like that, I guess.
Yes, I believe those teasers were the rules that they were going out there. Yep, the rules that Jesse Eisenberg, Columbus, and Woody Harrelson and Tallahassee were coming out randomly. They're pretty interesting. So, Brian, your thoughts on this? What's going on?
For me, I remember going to see this movie. I think it was the first weekend, and I remember going to see it with our sister Alexa again, and you know, she always likes the horror movies, and I was like, I'm not really big into horror movies, but I'm like, zombie movies, whatever. And I was like, I like Eisenberg and I like Woody Harrelson, and because of Shaun of the Dead, I'm like, this has a chance to be good. So I was like, when I saw it, like the first scene had me hooked. I was like, I'm in, fully got me. And then for the fact that you're playing Metallica right off the beginning, I was like, yes.
Oh, God, yes. For Whom the Bell Tolls, probably the best Metallica song in my
opinion. With the one guy
opinion.
getting thrown off the balcony or whatever it is.
Yep.
So, like, not only that, like, in the first 5 minutes, it totally hooks you in. And then, like Kevin was saying earlier, you got all those one-liners. And the story it's pretty basic, but at the same time, it's like he's kind of, like, looking for a family. Because he even says, he's like, he grew up with one, but he's like, I've been alone most of my life, and I've just never really had that closeness. So it was kind of cool to see that whole thing happen, and just, all the adventures that they're going on, and the fact that they're killing zombies was pretty cool, So I like it. I enjoy it. Every time it's on, I'll watch it.
Exactly. And for me, I agree. Actually, when I first saw the trailers for this, I was on the same page as Kev. I was like, this thing looks stupid as fuck. As much as I love zombies, I go, I'm going to give it a shot, but I'm hating it. I'm like, why are the zombies so fast? Why do they look so stupid? What is all this stupid shit? What is this rule going on? What does this even mean? And then when I saw it, I was like, I love this goddamn movie.
Makes perfect sense after.
Without a doubt. Everything came to fruition. Another SAT word. It's like actually, Kev here is Masters. He's pretty well known in person. He's gonna shut me down. I'm probably using all the words wrong.
That's I have no idea what I'm talking about. It's okay. No one's found out yet.
So again, I love this movie. They were way funnier than I expected. And the second you start playing Metallica along with killing zombies, I'm hooked. And I loved it.
This kind of like launched the whole zombie craze because then The Walking Dead really takes off after this movie.
Yes.
And then like you said, there's World War Z, and then eventually they finally make a sequel to this, which I couldn't wait for this to come out.
Yeah, 10 years after
it was
when
rumored for so long, and then it was actually really good. But there's a whole bunch of zombie movies that come out in the meantime, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, and it's all because of the success of this movie, and you're just like, wow, it's unbelievable. And for me, watching zombie movies previously to this, it's like you never really get an origin of how fucking zombies turn. And I'm like, that's all I want. And this one gives you the reason of actually how it happened.
Yeah, it's quick. He goes over it, but it makes sense at least. It's like, it was mad cow disease, but it spread differently, and then here we are.
It turned into mad human, and their brain, and then it became, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, well, that's
I
like
don't need a ton. Just give me something like, Walking Dead, you still never knew what the fuck was happening. God damn it.
Well, you're never going to find out, I believe, in there. That's what most of them are about. You never know exactly what's going to happen.
They just appear.
Same thing shown in the dead. With and how they actually turn. Because that's kind of like they're focusing more on the characters. The zombies were like a huge part. They were they were the fifth character. It was the main four.
Really the four,
And then the fifth character was the zombies and how they were in every scene and they had played a big part going on. And that's it. Zombie horror comedy. Freaking loved it. Now, on to the reviews. So let's go. Rotten Tomatoes, 89% on a tomato meter. Audience score of 86%. IMDb, 7.6 out of 10. Metacritic, Metascore of 73 out of 100. And a user score, 8.5 out of 10. Seems on par, pretty good with our reviews. I rate this a 9. My scale is different, as I said in the last podcast. My scale is totally different, but this is a 9 out of 10. This is, I put this up there with the other guys. So, Kev, what do you think on there?
I was thinking about this. I think it's probably like an 8.5 or a 9. It's somewhere around there. Like I wouldn't say it's like an A+ comedy, but it's still really good though.
Yeah.
It's also really quick. I was looking at the running time is only like 85 minutes or something like that. So it's a fast movie too. But it moves real quickly. There's nothing that's missing. For those 85 minutes, it's funny basically from start to finish too. Mm-hmm. So it works really well.
That's right. It hits the ground running, and you just there you go. And next thing you know, the movie's over. You're like, God damn, I want more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Brian?
Yeah, like I agree with the scores. I'm probably right around with Kev, like anywhere, maybe a 9, but an 8.5 is a solid score too. So it's just like I said, it just moves, and the movie is short, but once again, it leaves you for wanting more, and it just like they don't miss anything. So it's always like they hit every point that they want to, and you're like, okay, I'm in. Give me more.
That's right, exactly. I think if it was longer, it would have dragged on certain scenes. Like how I said, any given Sunday, it was longer than it should have been, in my opinion. Again, but at this one, it was short, concise, straight to the point, just like a quote should be. So this is what this movie was: short, concise, straight to the point. No scene was wasted. There was comedy in everyone. A lot of more one-liners than I imagined. Mm-hmm. I like when they show up the rules as they're like killing a zombie. The cardio is running around in circles trying to unlock the car. As the double tap later on in the movie when Tallahassee runs over there at the amusement park and he runs over the zombie. He plows him first and comes back and puts it in reverse, backs over them, and you're like double tap right there. So I like that. And it just pops up in a nice 3D little print going on. It was entertaining.
Yeah, we don't need the first 10 minutes. We don't need like the whole, like you said, it's just real quick. It's like, it was mad cow that led to mad human. Like, we don't need the whole background of like exactly how it spread or what the response was. Like, we're in the apocalypse. Here we go.
Yeah, it's not like they're showing like some sort of DNA strain being taken over. Like,
I do love the fact that he makes fun of the town that he's in, He's like, you would think that we were completely ravaged by everything. He's like, but this is exactly how it looks.
It's like Galveston, Texas, or something like that.
Not Galveston.
No, Austin. It was Austin, Texas.
Was it Austin? No, it's something with a G, I think. Yeah.
Smaller.
No, because he was.
It was a smaller town in Texas, like Gary, Texas, or something like that.
I thought he came from the college in Texas.
He was out of college.
Yeah, in Austin, Texas, in college, started walking. All right, fine. All right. Excuse me. Anyway, I digress. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with the meat and potatoes of this, what you guys have been waiting for. All of our favorite scenes, quotes, and movie awards. All right, so stay tuned. Snowballs. Where's the fucking Twinkies? And we're back. Reels, Booze, and Bros, also known as RB2. That's right. Reels, Booze, and Bros, RB2. Right back at you. All right. We got our second beer we're on. Still the same thing because we finished this rather quickly. Normally it's later on in the podcast. But again, this beer is going down like water, so...
Good thing it's only a 6-pack. Could have had a 6-pack myself.
That's right. Okay, now, favorite scenes. Who wants to start? Brian, we'll go with you, then we'll go to Kevin. Let you know what's going on. So
yeah, there's not. I mean, like I said, it's a short movie. There's not a lot of scenes, so there's probably going to be a lot of overlap. But
that's quite all right. That's quite all right.
It's okay.
Listen, we all have the same taste.
I mean, I already mentioned it in the beginning. I said the opening scene. Obviously with the Metallica and all that sort of stuff right there. I was just like, yeah, that just roped me in the beginning. With the explanation of the zombie and all that sort of stuff. So I was like, all right, yes, finally something. I do like when Jesse Eisenberg is just running around in a circle, like 4 times in a row.
Yes, trying to unlock the car.
Of course.
I got you. We dropped it. It was unlocked.
So stupid,
but it's unlocked. Of course.
Yeah. But it explains rule number 1: cardio. He's actually in good shape.
He's just running around.
Before I cut you off, before you go any further, I just want to cut you off. Going back to opening scene, I want to say that was probably one of the best opening scenes in a movie I think I've ever seen.
Just to start with the Star Spangled Banner, right? When it's playing, like the voiceover to introduce it.
Yes, you explain it, but then because they're doing it's like an opening credit scene. Because Bond has those like long ass like songs and they're going.
Yeah, there's only a couple that I could think that.
Oh, so you also included the whole time for whom the bell tolls is playing, then, right? Yeah, okay. All the scenes that are showing like all the zombies popping out. Yeah.
So there's only a couple that I could think better. The second one, Double Tap, I think is better.
Really?
Yeah, I love that one.
I got to rewatch that one then to see exactly.
But all the beginning to every Jackass movie. 1, 2, and 3.
The fact that they made a 3D camera with that fucking flying dildo. Was that later on?
That was in 3.
I thought it was in that was in 3. Was that the first opening scene? Or was that the end scene?
No. The opening scene is like when they're all dressed up and there's a giant rainbow and they're all getting like beat up in slow motion.
That's true. And then they do the shopping cart thing or something. Okay, all right.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
I don't know. I still like this song because Metallica is
don't get me wrong.
Metal band ever. So that's just my. All right, I'm sorry. Continue, Brian, please.
All right. So after that scene, I'll go to my next one. Is when you get to meet when Columbus meets Tallahassee. I mean, there's not really any words exchanged, but just how it is. He's like
he puts the motorcycle up his cover.
He's just so nervous, and you could just be like, it's like, how did he survive? But obviously, it's like. He's got this rule book, so that's how he gets through. And like
he's walking along with his little travel luggage too on the wheels, dragging it along.
And
then
I bet it's neatly folded too. Everything in there.
Woody Harrelson driving his big, beautiful Cadillac, and he's just.
You got the snowplow on it.
The Dale Earnhardt 3.
Yes, thank you. That's a little BTS right there.
All right.
Then he's got when he steps out, and you're like, what the fuck is this guy wearing? He's got like alligator skin boots and like a jacket, and you're just like they're just pointing a gun at each other, and then he finally just like sticks his thumb out to like he's like okay.
Hop in.
So like I thought, like I said, there's not many words exchanged in that whole scene, but I love it. It's just stupid, but it's like it sums up their relationship.
And and then he kicks the bike over at the end.
Yeah. So
that made that scene.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, that's one. The one that I do like is the grocery store when they go in there looking for the Twinkies. And I guess you could kind of break this into 2 scenes, but if we're gonna make it into one big one, when he's beating up all the fucking zombies, like. He comes out with the banjo and he's like just playing.
Yeah. No, I would say it's just one big scene because I have that same exact scene.
Yeah. So like the beating of the zombies, which was fantastic. Once again, Eisenberg gets himself in trouble, and Woody Harrelson's got to bail him out. He's like,
don't swing.
Yeah. And he's like, man, these guys really let themselves go. He's like, yeah, and they're so fat. And then you meet the other two, the sister duo of Wichita and Little Rock, and then how they're just like straight hustlers.
Oh yeah.
And
Man.
like how they their plan was actually pretty fucking good. And like you meet that whole dynamic, and then this is eventually going to be the group. So I thought that was cool, like how everything played out that way, and they're just left on their own. So we'll go with that. Next scene I have when they're at the rest stop and they're like trashing it.
Oh yeah, the Kemosabe.
Yes.
So that's it's where you get enjoy the little things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like where he sprays. He's like, was it perfume? Huh?
I'm only gonna give you 45%.
Right? So then when he knocks everything over, they just like when they're trashing that place, he's like, man, I want to be doing that right now.
Bet it feels great.
Just walk into a retail store and fucking shit up.
No, but it's like for anybody who's ever been like on a road trip like down south, I feel like you've seen those places like all over.
I was looking for a fireworks stand in the store somewhere.
That's true, man. That that would make it even better. Go out there and just let off some fireworks.
So yeah, that was one. The other one, I'm just gonna say Bill Murray. So
Yes.
Yeah, the whole mansion scene.
yeah, the Mansion de Murray.
There's not even any Twinkies. Told you we should have gone to Russell Crowe's.
Yeah, Russell Crowe. No one listens to me.
But Bill Murray, just as himself, he was fucking awesome. And the fact that he dressed up as a zombie and
To go play golf.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, I like to get out.
I like to do things.
9 holes, I walked right on.
Yeah, right at the Riviera. I just walked right on.
You wouldn't believe it. I just walked right out.
So he's like, and then like the way she's staring at him, he's like, why are you staring? It's a hairpiece.
I know. The toupees. I don't know why he put the toupee on. You don't need it. But it was just, it made it even better.
Yeah, it was so great. But when she hits him with the golf club, he's like, ow! Ow!
So I was trying to remember how it came up, but she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." He's like, "You look like Eddie Van Halen." I saw Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah,
he's a zombie.
He's a zombie.
How's he doing? Well, he's a zombie.
He's a zombie.
I saw him at the Hollywood Bowl.
So it was just that he was just perfect in that whole scene. And then he's smoking pot with them, and then eventually he goes down and sees Columbus, and he's just trying to play a joke.
Which one is he? The scrawny little one.
All right, I'll get him.
Afraid of his shadow or something. I'll get him. And they're watching Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, our first podcast we did. Just gonna throw it in there.
So it was just like, come on, just shoots him straight
up. Poor Bill.
I don't think we'll be able to.
Yeah, him dying was even better. He takes a breath in.
I'm sorry, he just gets me.
Oh,
I don't
man.
think we're gonna be able to fix this.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets? Maybe Garfield.
Yeah, maybe Garfield. God, that movie was horrible.
So yeah, I mean, just he's in the movie 7 minutes, and he's probably the best part of the movie. Like. He was just so, so unexpected, and it was
it's
so
tough.
great.
The fact that Bill Murray shows up, probably one of the best cameos in the movie.
Yeah.
Besides, Matt Damon has, I ain't gonna lie, him and Matt Damon have probably the best cameos, but this one may top all of Matt Damon's. But it's very close whatever Matt Damon does.
And then for me, the final scene that I have is the final zombie battle at Pacific Playland. Pacific Playland.
We're going to Pacific Playland!
So that I thought what was cool, like Woody Harrelson probably steals the whole scene for me because he's just fighting every goddamn zombie that's out there.
Yeah.
He's going through everything, and he's literally hanging one arm on a roller coaster, just shooting everybody. And I'm just like, I guess we're not doing a double tap rule, but okay, whatever. No big deal.
Yeah, he lines up the magazines of the handguns over there inside the little shop. Starts going on there.
Yeah, he was unbelievable in that scene. It was just so good. And then, of course, Eisenberg. Of course, it had to be a clown.
Fuck this clown.
So then he finally, he gets the girl, and you're just like, oh, a happy ending. And he gets his Twinkie.
That's right.
Well, actually, he didn't get his Twinkie. He's like, you just eat around the buckshot.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they throw him one.
Did they throw him one?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was a Little Rock from the car
Little
that throws
Rock
him one.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yep, exactly. So I want to say, I'm going to jump in here real quick because these are pretty much, Kev, you're going to realize that the fact that Nick has this problem, that Brian and I, obviously we're blood-related brothers, and we have pretty much the same taste and stuff. These are the same exact scenes I have.
I do have one more, though, so there's one that was left out.
I'll let you throw that one in there a second.
All right.
So I'm going to go a little further in depth in the last scene. So he's in the game booth with the horror zombies. They're fighting, Tallahassee's fighting them, and then finally Columbus, Eisenberg goes and kisses the girl, and he brushes the hair he's been waiting for.
Yeah.
He brushes her hair, and he kisses the girl, and then all of a sudden you hear Tallahassee go, he kisses the girl, and finally gets a first base, that scrawny little stick fuck. So I just want to mention that. That's where I got a little more in depth on that. So that's why, as I said, Brian and I have the same exact scenes. Kev, what do you got?
I have the exact same scenes listed. Again, it's a short movie, but there's one right after they're done trashing the Kemosabe. It's when they're driving in the car, and they're all just like, it's just like random banter, like they're just going back and forth, like doing whatever. And we talk about the movie just being like a lot of good one-liners. There's a lot of solid ones in there also.
Yes.
So the girl's like learning how to drive, and he's like, watch the blind spots. You don't need to watch your blind spot. The blind spot's for other drivers.
She's like, well, she takes off the wig. She's Hannah Montana.
What's so hard to understand? She's only famous when she's Hannah Montana, when she's got the wig on. It's like, I know they talk about 5 o'clock shadow, but I mean, mine usually comes in, and it's Jesse Eisenberg's character, so he's full of shit. He doesn't grow facial hair. But it's like mine usually comes in like around 4 o'clock, so I could probably shave it. Yeah.
It comes in a little premature. You're like, what?
It's like a quick scene. It's probably like 90 seconds. There's a bunch of different stuff they talk about there, but just all those different one-liners that are in there.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, like when I was watching it, the blind spot one and the Hannah Montana quote just killed me when I was watching it also.
Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, so I guess we're going to wrap that up for favorite scenes there. Now let's go on to favorite quotes. We're going to actually, Kev, you know what? We'll throw it to you. What do you think of some of your favorite quotes? And I know we threw a bunch out there. Hannah Montana, you seem to enjoy. What else you got?
I mean, just going through the movie, I had a bunch. Like I said, there's a lot of different one-liners. Like a lot of them come up when Columbus is like explaining different things going on. Like even early on, he's like, this woman could have avoided being a human Happy Meal. That's the first one when he's explaining the double tap rule. When he first meets Tallahassee, it's like, just one for me, one and done. It's what I always say. Yeah,
well,
I said it one time.
Like a shot of like whiskey or something?
Yeah, he throws it out the window. He's like, you want another one? No, one for me, one and done. I always say. I said it once.
Well, yeah, to go with that, I have the line literally like right before that. You almost knocked over your alcohol with your knife over there. And then it's the shot, they do the shot together.
Yeah. It's when you mentioned it at the start of the podcast with the snowballs. It's like I hate coconut. It's not the taste; it's the consistency.
Actually, for me, I hate coconut. So it's both.
I like snowballs. I would have been happy to see the snowball truck.
I'm
it's
all
okay.
about the Twinkies.
Early on, it's when Columbus is explaining like his home life beforehand, just playing World of Warcraft all day. It's like pride, nowhere; dignity, long gone; virginity, totally justifiable to speculate on. And then right after, the first time I get a girl into my life and she tries to eat me.
Which part I do like when a quick little so girl from 406 comes in and then he's pouring her code red Mountain Dew. He gives her the cup. She's like, Mountain Dew. He's like, code red.
She knows exactly what it was though, so it might have been in. You got the graham crackers in the Ziploc bag. Keeps it fresh. Teddy grams.
Fucking loser. I should do that with my kids, though. They'll probably enjoy that.
I mean, just moving through, it's like when Tallahassee goes Hulk on a zombie, he sets the standard for not to be fucked with. So that's right when they're going into the supermarket the first time with the banjo also.
Yes.
So
it's like a piece of art, an artwork he's going on.
What are you going, prospecting?
Brian mentioned before, I think you both basically mentioned it, when he first sees Emma Stone's Wichita, sorry. It's someone's ears in danger of having hair brushed over it.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love that one. It's like his inner thoughts.
Yeah. Another one.
I hate to give credit to anyone who looks like Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. Speaking about Tallahassee.
When they first get into the car, when they find out that Little Rock was waiting in the back seat, it's like you got abducted by a 12-year-old. Well, 12's, it's like girls mature faster. 12's the new 20.
Oh, don't kill me with my own gun.
Yeah, that's great. Don't kill my own gun.
I mean, I'll stop after this one because I don't want to, because I'm just basically going through the movie. But then also there's when they're talking about their plans to go to Pacific Playland, and Columbus is like, oh, I went there as a kid too. It probably counts as the off season now.
Yeah, the little lines like
Like I said,
that
it's a lot because throughout the movie, there's all just these like one-liners for everything going on. Where
Yeah, I totally agree. So for me, like I got some. I don't think I really have any of the scenes that you have, which is quite shocking. But
I mean, I still have other ones, but I just want to take a break.
So,
I still
like-
have 7
I
pages.
basically have the script of the movie on my phone. I'm just reading through
So
it.
like I got basically some of the rules. So like time to nut up or shut up. Enjoy the little things. I like one of the first things that he says is like the first rule of Zombieland: cardio. When the zombie outbreak first hit, the first to go for obvious reasons were the fatties.
Did you see?
You just see it.
And it's the best part. It's a fat guy chasing the other fat
The
guy.
fact that, and for some reason, it's on in a football field.
And it was just so perfect.
Maybe he was doing cardio. He's getting his 40 time down.
God, 15 seconds.
I like the other one when it's actually sad because I think it's right after when Murray dies. He's like, I haven't cried like that since Titanic.
No, it's not. It wasn't after Murray dies. It was actually after he explains.
He's explaining his son dying.
His son, and that's when Columbus is like, "Oh my God, it's not a puppy! I can't believe I forgot."
Well, at that point, Murray is already dead. So,
Yeah.
So,
But, he didn't craft him. He was there.
yeah, it wasn't for Murray dying.
Yeah, he's
but-
pointing at his wound, going,
Yeah.
I don't think we'll stitch this up."
Yeah. So then I got the other one is, here's the deal. I'm not easy to get along with. I'm sensing you're a bit of a bitch.
Was that when they first meet? Or around there?
Yeah. When he like eventually he actually starts talking.
They
to him.
start talking as opposed to the exchange of like a facial
the one
nuance and,
is
Thumbs, the hitchhiking
and
thumb.
thumbs up.
I just saw Eddie Valen. He's a zombie. We did knocked over the alcohol, with your knife. You can do anything you want to him, man, but do not fuck with his Cadillac. So I like that one. Thank God for rednecks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
That's when he first finds the Humvee, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, fuck this clown.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went short, simple ones, but there's.
I'll just add one more then because I have it here from the Bill Murray scene. It's probably one of the ones that I think is up there for favorite quote. But it's like there's 6 people left in the world and one of them is Bill fucking Murray.
Yeah.
I know that's not your middle name, but I've been watching you since I could masturbate. Not that they're related, or not that they're connected.
Highly underrated. Masturbation and Bill Murray.
And then also it's like, who's Bill Murray? I've never hit a kid before, but that's like asking who's Gandhi. Who's Gandhi?
Who's Gandhi?
She's 12.
Yeah,
Yes.
those were both really
Very good. So for me, what I got is Columbus after he shot Bill. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I shot Bill Murray. Obviously, Brian and Tom shut up, and then here's a good one. Tallahassee's like, where are the fucking Twinkies? I thoroughly have to enjoy it. Kevin agreed. Someone's ears in danger of having her hair brushed over it. It's so like stupid and creepy, but I love it. I don't know why. And then Tallahassee, after he taken out the store zombie, goes, what do you think? Zombie kill of the week or what?
Yeah.
So you know what? Actually, none of us said. You know what they call Twinkies in Mexico?
Los Submarinos.
Yes, I was thinking about putting that in there. I wasn't sure. So that was a little quick one. So now, and I have the rules, but I'm gonna go over the rules here for you guys. So let's just start this because I'm gonna try to go in order from what I found on the interwebs over here. But they don't have everything because I said, as Kev said earlier, when they were doing the promos for this, they were just making up rules and making little commercials. Obviously, first one, cardio. Number 2, double tap. Number 3, beware of bathrooms. Number 4, seatbelts. Number 5, no attachments. Number 6, cast iron skillet. 7, travel light, hence the little travel bag rolling on the highway. Let's see, number 8, get a kick-ass partner. Number 9, with your bare hands. Let's see, 10, don't swing low. 11, use your feet. Now, let's see, 12, bounty paper towels. I'm pretty sure that was a promo. That one's and then we skipped to number 15, bowling ball. I believe that was also another commercial.
That was actually, I watched that yesterday when I was looking through. I was like, what are all these promos that I used to see? And it's just him just saying, he's like, you take a bowling ball and just drop it from a height.
Yeah. And then we skipped to number 17. 16's missing. And number 17's Don't Be a Hero. But then again, he changes it to at the end at the Pacific Plane to Be a Hero. Mm-hmm. See number 18, Limber Up.
There you go.
Have you ever seen a lion limber up before he gets his prey? Let's see, number 19, Ziploc bags, and this is actually a deleted scene. Listed bags as rule number 2 in Zombieland
2. Yep. And
So-
actually, I noticed it. I don't know if it's like ruining it for behind the scenes, but when they're leaving Bill Murray's house, when he's like packing a bag, he's packing Ziploc bags. So he was stealing it from Bill Murray's
So it was
house.
probably in there. Actually, that's a little BTS, but that's a deleted scene that they had in there. So I see. Skip to number 21 now. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Actually, they have. Maybe it's number 20. Then number 21, avoid strip clubs, which just goes back to opening scene. I can't believe I just realized that the fact that the stripper zombie's coming, she's like chasing after her, like boobs are hanging out.
She has the pasties on.
The pasties are on them, and she has like the one stuffed in her G-string, and the guy's fucking running away from the zombie stripper. Oh my god, I love that. And then let's see, number 22. When in doubt, know your way out. When he opened up the door in the supermarket. Let's see. Then we skipped always number 28. Double knot your shoes. 29, the buddy system. Then we skip to 31, check the back seat. Number 32, enjoy the little things. Number 33, Swiss Army knife. Number 34, clean socks. I tell you, as a inside the Army, military veteran, having clean socks, you don't want to get trench foot. So if you've seen Saving Private Ryan, and no, I don't think it wasn't Saving Private Ryan. It was actually in, what was the movie?
No, it's Mel Gibson's movie.
Mel Gibson's movie, yes. It was with the Vietnam War. Come on, Brian.
Mel Gibson? Because they talk about it.
Yes. Yeah. It was based off of actually a book, and it was a true story that happened everything in Vietnam. We can hit that one. We'll come back to that one if you guys remember.
I'm blanking. Yeah.
So think about it on there. Anyway.
I'll think about it. It's going to come.
I know it has to be a Vietnam movie because they talk about it all the time. Yeah.
Yes. So he was the first one off the chopper, and the last one on there as he was the colonel at the time. Anyway, so where was that one? So that was number 34 with clean socks. Number 48, we could go all the way to 48, hygiene. And number 49, always have backup. That's what they put for the rule book. There's obviously some stuff missing. So that's what I got. So now let's move on to the movie awards.
It was We Were Soldiers.
Yes, thank you. We Were Soldiers. Actually, quick side note, I actually met that guy once. He came to Fort Hood. He was signing his book autograph. Great dude. I was in the middle of kicking a soldier out of the army for being a fucking shitbag. And he was inside the PX signing the books. PX is called Post Exchange. It's basically the Walmart of all army posts. Anyway, let's move on.
BTS in the army there.
So, movie awards. For best quote, I'll throw it out there. I'm going to nominate Cardio. When I think of this movie, I think of Cardio. Brian, Kev, anything different?
I mean, if you're saying like the first thing you think of, like as it relates to the movie, I would go with the rule double tap is the first thing that I think of actually.
Okay.
But if I'm going like the funniest line in the movie for best quote, for whatever reason, the Hannah Montana joke is just hilarious for whatever reason. I have no idea why. Like she's explaining it so incredulously. Like, what's so hard to understand? When she's Hannah Montana, she's famous. When she's wearing the wig. Either that or,
That's like a hidden gem right there.
Either that or the Bill Murray exchange. It's like, I've been watching you since I could masturbate. It's not connected, but... But no, if I'm thinking like the memorable line from the movie, like the idea of double tap is the first thing that I think of.
I can agree with that. Brian?
Yeah, for me, I tend to go with time to nut up or shut up because I feel like that's used the most in the movie. The most like opportune times like to use it. It's just like, all right, shit's about to go down. So it's like, all right, that would be my quote. But I do like double tap. I could get along with double tap.
Okay, so double tap. I agree with that too. It was one of the rules. I just for some reason cardio always said there, but double tap, yes. Can't agree with that more in the zombie apocalypse. Gotta make sure they're dead. So double tap, why not? You'll find more bullets around, or you smack them 2 times with something. Make sure they're dead. All right, best scene. Brian, let's start off with you. What do you think the best scene? We are nominate for best scene is. I know what exactly. We may have discussed this earlier, but I know exactly what I'm going for.
I mean, it really should be Bill Murray. I don't really think there's a debate about it, but if we want to throw something else in there besides that, I would maybe say the grocery scene, but that's it. I'm going to stick with Bill Murray because I just feel like it was just that scene was just too perfect.
Okay, Kev,
yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like you could sit here and try to like make excuses for why it's not the best scene, but
exactly.
no, even the worst part of it is probably when they're reenacting Ghostbusters, but it's still hilarious. Just listening to Emma Stone like imitate the I can't remember the girl's the secretary.
On the wall.
It's on the ceiling. Oh, it's disgusting. It's like everything, but the whole scene from start to finish is just great. Like there's like I said, the scene where they're driving with all the one-liners is great. The opening scene explaining all the rules and everything is great. But no, Bill Murray's mansion is the best part of it.
It has to be. Like, if I'm trying to think of other
even like
reasons,
something stupid like they're taking his body out of the house and they accidentally slam his head against the door.
And drop it down.
Purell?
Yeah, they're doing the 21 gun salute. He's like, I'm sorry, it's
double barrel.
It's double barrel. It's a breach. He has to reload throughout all the 21 shots.
But yeah, we're like actively trying to think of reasons for it to not be the best scene. Like it's the best scene.
Yeah.
No, hands down, it is the best scene in this movie. As much as everything was good about this movie, again, short, concise, straight to the point, the Bill Murray scene just coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was
Him
so
popping up.
unexpected.
Yeah.
And when you're first sitting watching the movie, you see like BM, and even like Columbus is like, "Is this Bob Marley's house?"
Yeah,
I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. It was like Bill
Yeah, I had no
Murray, and
idea.
I was just,
Like, even though I hadn't seen the movie when it first came out, I still didn't know Bill Murray was in the movie. So when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, holy shit, Bill Murray's in this movie."
and he lived up to it, and it was fantastic. So.
I think this like resurged like Bill Murray's career. You guys, holy shit, Bill Murray's he's fucking funny. So going back to that, yeah, I agree. Bill Murray, best scene that's in there. Can't agree anymore with that. And again, Kev, I thoroughly enjoy Ghostbusters. This is why we did it as the first podcast. I am laughing my ass off. So Tallahassee has the full Ghostbuster shoot on, and Bill Murray has the fucking vacuum. The fact that he took the time out to go and pretend to be Ghostbusters.
They're doing it, and the lights start dim. They're like checking the outlets.
Oh, so good.
Even his death, as he's like trying to die. Yeah. Then he takes a deep breath in and does it again. I'm like, oh,
This guy has a direct line to my funny bone. I'm sorry, he just does it for me, or he just gets me, or what? I can't remember what it is she says. I said it earlier, but whatever.
You know what's underrated in that whole scene? It's right before they meet Bill Murray, and they're like playing golf. She's playing golf, and Woody Harrelson's dancing, trying to take the boots off. Take my boots off.
Yeah,
take my boots
take
off.
my
And he's
boots
like,
off.
Okay.
I'll do it myself.
I did myself.
And then
Yeah.
he's dancing by himself, and
Yeah,
she's hitting the clubs and hits the ball, and then randomly ricochets and hits him in the head. He's like, oh.
I tell you, you know that dancing scene always reminds me of. It actually reminds me of a roommate of yours, Kev, a friend of ours. His name's Matt, and he was piss ass drunk one night and dancing on the floor of his of your guys' house
RU's
of when we lived in.
house.
Old
That wasn't him.
Oh my!
No,
No, it's my roommate. Yeah,
No,
I know.
yes.
I was wondering when you were talking about it first. Like,
Yes,
oh yeah,
no,
now
I'm sorry.
I know exactly
You
what
know
you're
who
talking
it is, but you
Now-
weren't. You were at a different house. It was actually
No, but I know him
Up on the
dancing though,
changing
so I know who you're talking about.
Oh my god, he was dancing on the floor. That reminds me exactly of that.
So good. So good.
Okay, so we got that. So best scene was the Bill Murray scene, and next we're moving on to the Randy Watson Award, the best character. I'm gonna nominate hands down Bill Murray in this movie. I think we can all agree, right, guys? Bill Murray, as much as how good Eisenberg.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson
Harrelson
is phenomenal.
was
in this
Actually,
movie.
if I was, I mean, it's a toss up between for me Woody Harrelson and Bill
Yeah.
Murray. I actually kind of lean towards Woody Harrelson just because he's in the movie more.
I
and like
agree
there's
with
more
Kev on
from
that,
him.
yeah.
But I mean, you can't go wrong either way. If I had to pick a favorite character, I still pick probably Woody Harrelson.
Mm-hmm.
But there's absolutely nothing wrong with picking Bill Murray though. He's in the movie for like we said, he's in the movie for 7 minutes, and it's
And
gold the whole time he's there.
He steals the movie, but I just think that Woody Harrelson is just
Los Submarinos.
yeah, it's just he's just great throughout everything. Like he's giving one-liners, and he's just he's the badass, and it's just everything about him. Like his whole character is just fucking cool. So I think my vote is going to be for Woody.
For Woody?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess toss up maybe. Kev, what do you think? You gonna go for Woody? You
Like I
want
said,
I don't think you go wrong with either.
Yeah, I still think I lean towards Woody Harrelson just because he's in the movie more. Like I said, there's nothing. Bill Murray's fantastic in the movie. Like I said, it's my favorite scene in the movie the whole time they're at his mansion. But no, I think just because Woody Harrelson's in the movie more and has more lines, more stuff to do, I would just give it to him. He's my favorite character, I'd say.
Okay. All right. So can't go wrong with either Bill Murray or Woody Harrelson. But I guess Woody Harrelson will take this award for this. But if we're gonna do Zombieland double tap, we're not gonna nominate him because he's or maybe he can. We could be.
Yeah.
That could be for another discussion going on there. All right, worst character, Adrian Balboa Award. That bitch. This was very tough to find out. Like a horrible.
There's 6 people in this movie.
Yeah, 6 credited actors.
Yeah.
I really want to give it to the zombies, but you know what? You can't because they can't control it. So I nominated the 406 girl. She knew he was an introvert and a loser, and so she went to him for help. Like, you had nowhere else to go. Like, you couldn't find anyone else. He was your last
That was when I
resort.
rewatched it. This was the first thing I thought. He literally says he's never met her before, but he knows that she's the hot neighbor.
Yeah, he's seen her before, yeah.
And so she is in distress, and this is the first person she goes to.
Yeah. So I think she's a bitch.
Like I said, it's weird because, like I said, there's 6 people in this movie. Nobody is bad in the movie.
Yeah, no.
But you have to think about who has the least to do. It's either her or probably, it's not fair. She's in the movie. It's Little Rock is the other one,
Yeah,
but I'm not going to give it to her either. So it's 406, which is actually, well, I was going to say I looked into who it was because I was like, when I was watching, I was like, she looks familiar.
It is, yeah.
It's Amber Heard, and I was like, oh, it's the girl from Friday Night Lights, which I completely forgot about. So
Who was she in Friday Night Lights?
she was one of the.
She looked familiar.
She was one of the like the
Cheerleader?
girlfriends or whatever. It was like early
I
on.
didn't watch that show.
But she was also. What else
yeah,
is she
that was
in though?
great show.
She's been in other stuff too. That's the first thing that I
She's in
thought
the
of.
movie, like Never Back Down. She's in.
Oh yeah.
She's married to Johnny Depp. She's.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh,
She was
right,
in,
yeah.
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh, we'll give it to her anyway then. Forget it.
give it to her,
Yeah, just give it to her because she's.
Yeah, she's a fucking domestic abuser.
Yeah.
An alcoholic domestic
She
abuser.
was an Aquaman.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was in something else. I can't think of what the hell it was. But it doesn't matter. We'll just give her the worst character then.
Yeah, she got Adrian Balboa beating up fucking Jack Sparrow. What the fuck?
Well, she was probably in this movie, and she was like, "I have superpowers now." As Jesse Eisenberg's throwing bounty paper towels at her, trying to get her off her in the bathroom.
Whatever he can find with the then he beats the shit out of her with the fucking.
It's she's not bad in the movie, but again, there's 6 people credited in the movie. Like,
Yes.
what are you going to do?
If you could have credited the guy at the gas station.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
$30 worth of costume jewelry. Yeah,
But I'm single now.
I'm going to start looking right now.
Hey, that's my friend's ring. Can I have it? You're gonna make someone very
Maybe that
happy.
guy, but it's just like whatever. But yeah, 406 probably has to get the award.
Okay, 4 or 6.
Doesn't have a name. That's
That's it. Yeah, 4 or 6, bottom of the barrel. Okay, so that's what we got. That's what we got for Adrian Balboa, 4 or 6 girl. And now it's a little behind the scenes, a little BTS. I guess I'll start it off with there. So, in March 2013, it was announced that Amazon Studios had ordered a pilot episode, but it was not picked up by Amazon. The fans hated it so much that they hated it out of existence, the writer said. So
You said 2013, so they tried to do some sort of series like after the fact?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
they wanted to pick it up. So Amazon said they tried, if I remember correctly. So Sony said that they're going to try to pick it up and do a pilot. Didn't work out. So Amazon said, let's just order a pilot and see what's going on. So a pilot was made, and the fans hated it. And then it was never made after that until 2019. Double Tap.
Oh, so okay, so it was not a
TV
series.
It was a TV show they were making.
Oh, it was, and then they said
Yeah,
to just
TV
move
show.
it into
Yep.
the sequel
Yeah, yeah.
instead.
Well, there's always
Okay.
rumors that they were going to do.
And then let's see, Woody Harrelson was arrested for marijuana possession during filming, which delayed shooting for a day. No surprise there. Yep. Let's see what else. So again, the script, originally a television pilot, was heavily revised to become a feature film. And the Zombie Kill of the Week was left over from their script's from the script's origin as a television pilot. Every weekly episode would have a Zombie Kill of the Week performed by characters on the show. That's a pretty interesting concept going there for a TV show. Patrick Swayze was offered a cameo role as a zombie before his cancer diagnosis.
Oh wow, that's rough.
Yeah, his scene would have had parodied other Swayze movies like Ghost, Dirty Dancing, and some other stuff. So, and here's also some other interesting tidbits there. Zombie cameo roles were also offered to Joe Pesci, our friend from Goodfellas. Imagine him out there. Imagine him holding the knife from the fucking Goodfellas and trying to stabbing other zombies.
It's like, you want a wing or you want the arm or the leg? I found a wing.
Yeah.
So I got that whole thing with Patrick Swayze as well. But my thing is
I'm sorry, just to interrupt. So, like, when you're saying he was supposed to be the cameo, like, is that supposed to be like in place of Bill Murray? Probably
that's
they were going
what
to
I
do
was
that,
wondering.
or
No,
just
it-
something else
No,
along
it
with
doesn't. It doesn't really say exactly.
okay.
So he was
Yeah,
offered a
it's-
cameo role.
yeah.
So maybe
there's
it
a
could
whole
have been.
bunch of people that were in
So-
cameos. That they
Yeah.
all-
So yeah, as I explained there. So Mark Hamill. Luke Skywalker would have been nice. Imagine him carrying a prop of a lightsaber or just as a Jedi. I don't know. And listen, our favorite guy here, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on Reels, Booze, and Bros. We love him. He was also offered a cameo.
Yep. Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. So Matthew McConaughey, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh wow.
Just imagine him doing splits as a zombie somewhere. And Kevin Bacon was also offered. So that's what I got for a little BTS. Brian, you got something on there? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, if the movie, let's say it's Patrick Swayze instead of Bill Murray, and they're reenacting the scenes from Dirty Dancing. Like,
Well, no, even I would think reenacting the scene from Ghost would be hilarious. Actually, as
well,
a
yeah,
zombie
but
too.
either if they're doing
Tallahassee
both,
doing the fucking
if
like
they're
clay
doing
clay thing.
both, like, oh, I'm dying, like, because I feel like that's the only way you can pull that off. Like, if they're zombies, you can't do that. Like, they're not gonna know who they are.
Yeah.
You know? So, but all right, that's just
Okay, so let's jump into Tallahassee's mind. Instead of Bill Murray, and he sees like Patrick Swayze, and he sees him, he goes, "Holy fucking shit, Patrick fucking Swayze! I know that's your middle name, but I loved you. Ever since I saw Ghost, I've been masturbating about you. Not we're that same thing going on." And so
I think I gotta go. Tallahassee's more of a Roadhouse fan. So
Dirty Dancing came out before
No.
Ghost. So
so okay, so what do you think? He's gonna be Dirty Dancing? Do you think he's like, I fucking loved Dirty Dancing?
coming in hot.
And then and they do the scene of him picking up. Imagine that instead of everyone would think, oh, it's gonna be Emma Stone being fucking thrown up there, but no, it's gonna be fucking
Oh, it has to be
Swayze?
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be without a
Oh
doubt.
my god.
Like that would be. I mean, I think for me that would.
It would be wasted on Little Rock. She doesn't know who Bill Murray is. She has no clue who Patrick Swayze
Yeah, yeah,
is. So
Yeah, not even close.
he's going to pick me up for Dirty Dancing. I have no idea what that sounds like. It sounds terrible. I'm 12.
Yeah, like even if you just go with some of the
That's
rest
how
of the
old.
guys,
That's how old Baby was, I think, or something like that.
like even if you just go with the rest of those guys in that, like if he's with Mark Hamill, he's having like a Star Wars fight. He's doing like Luke,
Yeah.
I am your father.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
so-
God.
yeah,
He
you're right
cuts
because
the hand off. He's like,
they,
"Oh."
they reenact the scene from Ghostbusters. They're just reenacting scenes from different movies instead, basically.
yeah. What do you think he reenacts with Van Damme?
It's got to be something from Bloodsport, right?
No.
Is it when he's dancing?
No.
When
That
he
movie.
does,
Oh yeah,
when he
that's
does the dance.
yeah, the
from,
Capoeira movie. What was that? Only the Strong or something like that? What was
No,
it
no,
called?
no, no.
No, that was either was Bloodsport or it was
Oh, I mean, okay, never mind. I was thinking about the one where he's doing the capoeira fighting, where he's like kind of like dancing while he's fighting. It's a different movie.
no, it's
No, but he's doing the dancing in Bloodsport too. Yeah.
yeah, but no, it's
no.
not.
I would say when he's with the as a twin brother and they pretend
Yeah,
like
well, it's his older brother, but whatever.
like an obscure movie like
Kickboxer.
that. Yeah. Kickboxer was
Yeah,
that one that was
that's
the
it.
funny.
When
Yes.
he's Muay Thai fighting.
Yeah, Muay Thai with Tong Po
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so we got that. So what do you think?
So Matthew McConaughey. Is
Matthew
it probably at this point it's probably
was it Days
Dazed and Confused. Yeah, yeah.
That has to be that. The Rock. I don't know. Maybe he's just doing wrestling moves with him.
Yeah, that's what I think it would probably be.
Yeah, 2009. I don't know what movies would Rock be in 2009.
Like he was in a couple movies.
I know he's
like,
in some stuff, but he wasn't
Yeah,
like
but-
a headliner the way he
he's
was.
not
Yeah,
to the level that he
Yeah.
is now.
No, not one bit. What do you think for Kevin Bacon?
That's got to be Footloose.
Footloose?
yeah, yeah,
Oh my
100. Yeah, it's 100%.
Footloose at the end dancing.
Oh my God, them dancing
either
with
that-
the seat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless they're doing the full, because when they're doing the reenactment, Wichita's there. So unless they do the court scene from A Few Good Men,
Yeah.
but no, the Footloose
Good.
scene is
Yeah,
It
definitely
has,
better.
I think it has to be.
It's gotta be
I think it has to
Footloose.
probably the dance scene, or how about the chicken scene in Footloose with on the tractors? I can see them going with the fucking cars and shit, and that's how he dies. He doesn't wear a seatbelt or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then you see just it's like rule number 4, seatbelts.
Seatbelts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that'd be good. So, all right, we got a little sidetracked, but that was really good. So, for other stuff that I have in there, Emma Stone was originally cast to play the role of 406.
Yes, that's correct. I remember reading that.
The
Thank God.
puppy in the flashback was actually Abigail Breslin's, which is at Little Rocks.
Yeah.
The number 3 painted in a car was a reference to Dale Earnhardt, and actually both the car colors were his car colors that he drove.
So black and yellow. Is that what you drew?
Yeah.
No, black and white.
Black. Oh, yeah.
It was yellow and black for the Hummer.
Yeah.
It was black with the white 3 for the Cadillac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I have Evan Rachel Wood and Megan Fox both turned down the role for Wichita. Megan Fox is at this point.
Was she Transformers? She did Transformers.
She was in Transformers
So she's a
already,
bigger
yeah.
star at this point
Yes. Okay.
than
Who was the other one? I'm sorry.
Evan Rachel Wood.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to
is
figure
she?
out. I think was she in Twilight or something?
No, that's, Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, she's
No,
she's
no,
not
she-
attractive at all.
No, it was.
Oh, but she was someone else
may
in
have
it.
been
I'm
someone
going to be
else
honest with
in
you. I have not seen 1 second of a
So-
Twilight movie, so
I feel like that was probably where she was from. I think that was. But anyway, then I also have John Carpenter turned down a chance to direct this movie.
Oh wow. It's a very different movie if he does
Oh
it.
yeah, so that's why. That's
It's
why I was
very
like,
it's
I
very
find
much
this
the-
interesting
he
because
did the thing, right? So I think it's got to
Yeah.
be somewhere along those lines if he does it
The
probably.
thing- oh, so it would have been not as funny at all.
So where does that movie go
Yeah.
if he's doing it? Like, is it?
It's definitely more of a horror film, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it might have funny moments, but there's a lot more focus on the zombies.
Yeah. So it's just like I think they made the right choice because this
Yeah.
is just kind of got it back into it. So I mean, I feel like
this is Fleischer's first film, isn't it? I think it is. The director.
I think
it's his
so.
first film.
I think so. But that's all I got for the movie. But I just feel like I'm glad Carpenter didn't do the movie, and the fact that Emma Stone.
Oh, Evan Rachel. Well, let me jump in. So she is actually the main woman on Westworld, the TV show.
Oh, okay.
So that's who she is. She did the Ides of March. She did Kajillionaire. She was in The Wrestler, 13, and she plays.
Who was
Queen.
she in The Wrestler?
I don't know. I'm just looking at
Oh,
her
okay.
like filmography. And
Oh, she's
she
got to
did-
be the daughter. That's who she is in The Wrestler.
Probably, and she did. She was Queen Aduna in Frozen 2. Beautiful voice. I know that because of my daughters. So anyway, go on.
But I mean, like, I'm just glad Emma Stone, got the role of Wichita.
Without a doubt.
So-
Yep.
I felt it just like again launched her because she was in other stuff, but like this,
she
like,
was because she was in Superbad.
Yeah, she was in Superbad before this. She was in
but
other
like,
stuff
and then
too.
she did the Adam
Smaller
Sandler
Superbad.
movie.
But this like she kept getting like bigger roles.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
that
yeah.
went
After
on.
this, yeah.
Superbad, I guess launched her because she was hot. Hands down, she's attractive. She's hot, and then she didn't have a lot.
After the movie,
then she got funnier.
So
and
she did
serious.
Superbad, and after Superbad, she was kind of like her and Anna Faris were the two lead roles in The House Bunny.
Yes,
And after
Yeah.
that, that's where she kind of like really blew up and where she really started to take over. Now look at her; she is an
yeah.
Oscar winner, A-lister.
Yes.
Like she.
Yeah.
She picks and chooses whatever she
Yeah,
wants to do.
she leads a movie and she's bringing in it because
Yeah.
she's fantastic actress. Whatever.
Oh, I completely forgot she was in The Amazing Spider-Man too. She's Gwen
Yes,
Stacy.
yeah, she was
I
Gwen
forgot about that,
Stacy,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's after this, obviously. So it probably helps, better, push her up into that. But then obviously, afterwards she's in,
She's in La La
Birdman,
Land, she's
La
in
La
La La
Land.
Land and everything like that.
What was the movie about? The Favorite. She was nominated for an Oscar for that movie. Also, that's the one about the Queen of England or something like that. I saw it a while
she was
ago,
also
but
in the Help.
yeah, The Help too.
She's
Yeah,
very good as well.
She was,
Oh yeah.
So yeah, she's in a bunch,
amazing.
and she's a top lister now.
and she's hot. So congratulations.
That's it. So we got that. And so Zach,
I just have like kind of
Any
one
LBTs?
thing, and it
What
kind
you
of
got?
leads into like maybe like a debate also, because when I was watching the movie, the first thing I thought was, all right, Bill Murray has a direct line to my funny bone, and Columbus takes Little Rock to the theater to show her Ghostbusters, and the first thing I thought was, why Ghostbusters? Like, it's probably his most famous film, but is it the funniest film he's in? So I looked into it, and I then saw that this is a Columbia Pictures film, and so is Ghostbusters, so they probably didn't have to worry about getting the rights.
Yep. Okay.
So that's why the movie's there. But I was thinking that if I was going to show like a Bill Murray movie to like show that he's funny, I'm not going Ghostbusters 1. I would probably go Caddyshack, Stripes, maybe What About Bob? There's other movies you could go with. I don't know. It's just something I was thinking
he's
about.
hysterical in
Yes.
the movie that we didn't mention because he's actually in with Woody Harrelson is fucking
Oh, Kingpin, yeah.
He's
yeah,
fantastic in that movie.
Yes.
I said I was sorry.
I was pretending to be highbrow for a second and not mentioning it. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite comedies. So
Mention it, man. That's good.
I felt
you mind washing off that
felt
perfume?
sorry for the first years.
You mind washing off that perfume before you come back to this table? Hi, not you.
Hi.
That's how you call
But no, I was wondering because I'm watching it. I'm like, and even when they're showing the scene from Ghostbusters, obviously they're showing because it's a Twinkie scene with Egon. But I'm like, they're not even showing Bill Murray on the screen. They're showing somebody else. I was like, no, I wouldn't have gone. So my behind the scenes was the reason why they must have done is because obviously they own the rights to the film, so
that
it's
makes sense.
easy for them.
It makes sense. Okay, got it. All right, so that's a little BTS. Wrap it up there, and then let's take a quick little short break again. Maybe refill our beers, get a new one. We'll see, because this one went down way too fast. And then we'll finish off this podcast to the last third. All right, be right back. Yeah, 1997 was a great year. I saw my first R-rated movie, Anaconda. Got my first tattoo, a porpoise, fake. Had my first kiss, Scotty Lynch. All right, RB2, Reels, Booze, and Bros. We are back and finishing up Zombieland. So now, gentlemen, the question of the podcast we always ask: can The Rock make this movie better? For me, besides what I learned from a little BTS, no, I have no idea where he would fit in. And at this time in his career, I have, again, no idea what he would do. Cameo, something like that. Maybe giving a rock bottom to someone else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's literally only one thing I could think of. He's the guy in the clown makeup. just for the comedic effort of him having
You know
just
what? I'll
looking
take
like
it.
that.
I'll fucking take it.
But at the same time, no zombie's going to get The Rock. Come on now. The Rock's going to get through it, so he'll be fine. He's not turning into a
Yeah,
zombie.
yeah, he's without a doubt.
But if he's got to be in the movie, we're putting the wig on him. We're putting the makeup on. He's getting hit with the test your strength hammer.
An ironic way for him to die.
Okay. Thanks, Kev. Actually, I agree with that. Great addition. So, and now, should there be a sequel franchise TV series? Obviously, there was a let's say sequel made 10 years later. And it's a little BTS that they tried to do a TV pilot. It was originally supposed to be a TV show, but then it came into a movie. For me, I want nothing else from the series. I can't do any better than these two movies that they had. The first and second one. I love zombies. I can watch anything zombie-wise, but I don't want them to do anything else. I don't know if a third one's going to make this actually any... This series may go down if they make a third one. I'm
depends
very
how long
satisfied.
it takes for them to make a third one if they decide to do
In another 10 years?
Yeah, if we get another one in 2029.
I mean, the only thing they could do is, like, realistically now, like, after watching the second one, like, you know, they get married and they have a kid.
Yeah.
And see where it goes from there. And then Tallahassee, you know, has his babe now too. So, you know, let's see what happens. You know, like, I mean, it's doable for sure, but I don't know. I kind of like how it ended, but you know, could I see this into a series? Like, yeah, I wouldn't want it to be like a serious show like The Walking Dead, because then it just like gets too far, you know, removed. So I don't know if they could do like make a comedic series out of this. Like, part of me wants to say yes, but it has to be like a half hour only. Like, make like
Oh, you're like some sort of Cobra Kai coming back, and
yeah,
but I don't know, like,
but
what would, like,
R-rated Cobra
yeah, but I don't know
Kai.
what they would do with like the episode structure. Like, where do you move from like one episode to the next?
yeah,
doing
exactly.
this?
So that's the tough
Unless
deal.
you
Like,
just do the one thing where it's just a constant replay of zombie kills of the week.
yeah,
It's showing them getting zombie kills. Yeah, but then after a while, it'll get old.
or just
Yeah.
like flashbacks or something like Scrubs or something like that, like how they did shit like that. So
Okay.
I don't know, like something like that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could say.
I see. I can't. Kev, you can
No,
you see it?
I think that they have the sequel to the movie already now. I don't see where they can go from there. Like you said, if they do it like 10 years from now, just to you know, so people don't get worn out on it, basically. But I don't think there's any need to do anything else for it.
You know, I'd like to see if Bill Murray, hopefully still alive in the next 10 years.
Well, yeah, he could be
comes
a
back,
zombie in the sequel.
An
There you
actual
go.
zombie in the sequel. So that'd be pretty good. All right, so that's what we got for there. And now let's do with our final thoughts. Final thoughts of this movie. Brian, I'll let you start off with you on this one.
I think this is a fun movie. Like I said, we were all talking about some of the one-liners in there and just like how the movie flows. Like, it is only like an hour and a half, but like realistically, it is such a quick hour and a half. You could always just sit down, and if it's on, you could watch it, and you're just like, oh look, I know what part's coming up in it, but you know, it's double tap, you know, whatever. But it's just like all that stuff, and then just once again with like Bill fucking Murray. It was, I can't.
I know it's not your middle name.
But he was just so good at it, and you're just like, fuck, like this was awesome. Like, it was so unexpected, and that just really made that movie for me. Like, I enjoyed it to that point, but when he comes on screen, you're like, and does what he does, you're like, fucking guy's awesome.
Yeah, that's right. He elevated to the next level on there.
Man, it's like, dude, I just want to hang out with this guy now. Like, he's just fucking awesome. Like, he's probably like this in real life. This is great.
Yeah,
You know,
100%. How do you think his golf game is after all this? Walking
Oh, he
on
was
all
pretty
this.
So here's the
He's
problem: like
pretty good at Space Jam.
but if he's playing as a zombie, though, he's got to kind of fit in, so he can't be too good. Maybe that's why he said he only played 9 holes and it took all day, because you know he's got to go slow.
That's true. You think there's a lot of zombies on the golf course?
Probably
Was it
not.
that close?
It's probably quiet there. It seems like the zombies are attracted to noise, so probably not.
Yeah, no, very true.
That's good.
Like you said, he said there was nobody there, so he just walked right on.
Walked
so
right
probably.
I see. So, Kev, your final thoughts for this movie?
No, I'm with Brian basically. Like, the movie works because there's not a lot of like long dialogue. I know you guys just did Any Given Sunday and talked about the 10-minute long speech. You don't have to worry about that in this movie. Everything just kind of moves like real quickly. It's all one-liners. Like, at any point you come in, like, there's no wasted dialogue, no wasted scene. It just works. Like I said, I'm not really like, I like horror films. I love horror films, but I always thought zombies were kind of dumb, so I didn't really see this when it first came out. I was like, it's probably stupid, but I was wrong. So when I saw it a couple of years afterwards, I was like, oh, this movie's actually great. So
That's true. So, to top off on that, so that scene from not Goodfellas, from Any Given Sunday, where Al Pacino's talking, that's basically summed it up. TLDR is nut up or shut up. That's what it is,
There you
and
go.
this is entire movie. So I agree.
and it's basically as long as the entire Bill Murray mansion scene.
So I can't agree anymore with you guys. This is how you do a horror comedy. More on the comedy side than horror, but then yet, you know, the zombies a little bit scary with stuff that's going on. Some people get frightened, but this is how a horror comedy is done.
I mean, I think it's more on the comedy side than the
Yes.
horror side. Is that what you meant? Because you said the other way. I think
Yeah,
so.
no, yeah, it's more on the comedy
Because
side.
like the only real like horror part is probably the Pacific Playland part at the end.
where they're jumping around. There's
Yeah.
some scenes though of where
It's still
they pop
funny,
out.
yeah, but it's
Yeah,
probably the
but
close.
it's-
Everything else is just kind of like funny throughout. That's the only part
Yeah.
where you're supposed to have any like actual belief that someone's in
But also,
danger.
it's
Really,
not like super like gruesome where
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah,
you're seeing heads getting blown off and stuff like that. You know, like.
well, the
yeah.
one zombie gets cut in half by the free fall machine, but
But yeah, I mean, but like even then, it's not like terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yep. Okay, so great movie. Pick it up anytime and watch it at any time. Again, probably the best scene, as we said, was with Bill Murray. But overall, all the other scenes are great. My second nomination for the best scene would have been with the Metallica opening scene, For Whom the Bell Tolls. So that's that. So we're going to end this podcast with there and our final thoughts. And so for the next podcast, as I stated earlier on our website, if you haven't checked it out, reelsboozebros.com, on the news section, we're doing something called the Trilogy of an Actor. Trilogy of an Actor. What does that mean? Brian, would you want to break it down for them, what that actually means?
Well, for what we're trying to do right now is we want to pick out like 3 movies from an actor or actress or maybe even director. Go that route where, we're trying to pick different genres of their movies and just show their range, or just pick 3 movies where they're just a complete badass, or, showing why they're one of the best actors of our generation or whatever. So we want to focus on that. And with that being said, I think our first actor, and arguably one of the greatest actors of all time, is Denzel Washington.
Correct. Denzel Washington will be coming up. So February is we dedicate to Denzel Washington. We're going to try to get 3 movies within. I know the schedule's a little different. Obviously, Nick is not here with us to join us. But Nick, we love you. We'll catch you on this next podcast. And Denzel Washington, Training Day will be the movie we'll be doing.
Oscar winner right there.
Yep. Go watch that movie, and then you'll tune into us, and we'll discuss our thoughts all about Training Day. And now, with a little fan mention going on here, I know Kev was we talked about him last time, corrected where he's at, a real bro, because obviously he is. That's why we got him here hosting with us. Thank you very much, Kev, hosting with us. I hope you had a great time. We enjoyed it. I want to do a huge shout out to our boy Shane. I know we mention him all the time about his stink face, but you know what? Shane is a real bro as well, just as long as Kev has been with us. He had a huge generous donation via our donations page on our website. This one's for you, my man. Let's all toast up. Hey, raise our beers. Do a little toast to you. Nick, I know Nick's toasting. Cheers on that.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
So, thank you very much for that donation. You're adding to the Booze Fund and also paying for any stuff like that. If you guys want any other fans that want to support us as best as possible, you can check out our website. Again, reelsboozebros.com. And that's it for us. Cheers.